share this. Good afternoon. Welcome to the kitchen. Once more, welcome to the kitchen. Welcome, 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 welcome to the kitchen. Cornmeal surprise. Welcome everyone to the kitchen. In the kitchen every time, all the time, in between times is the kitchen. We should never stay far from the kitchen because there are so many things to explore in the kitchen, you know. Yeah, a lot of things to be explored in the kitchen. So welcome everyone that are coming in. Thanks for the subscribers. Yeah, thank you. And on the menu this morning, hi, welcome, Skylar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello in the kitchen once more. Yes. Every time, anytime, all the time, on in between times. What are we cooking today? Something you have never eaten in a long while. And see, I have just blended my coconut. Good. This dish without coconut not tasting nice. Coconut have to be in it. And guess what it is? The menu plate this evening good. Gog. Gog, whatever the pronunciation is. It is cornmeal, turned cornmeal with peas. I don't have any pigeon peas, so I uses the red peas. Turned cornmeal with red peas. Just like you do rice. Rice and peas. Well, this is cornmeal and peas. Okay? And I'm sure you haven't tasted cornmeal, turned cornmeal in a while. So I plan to do that today. And what we do is that hi Brian, how are you doing? When last have you eaten turned cornmeal? In a long while. I believe you. I'm doing turned cornmeal today with red peas. Buddies with red peas. It is done with pigeon peas or with bean. But I'm doing it with red peas today. Brain. Okay. Braylon. Len. Braylon. Thank you for the correction, Balen. Good. That's a unique name. That's a unique name. Good. So, welcome to the kitchen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's kind of confusing. Yeah, because, Brian and, so by the time you see the BRY, you tend to say it's Brian, but it's brilliant. Brilliant. That's good. Sounds good. What's the origin? Thank you for the subscription. What's the origin of the name? So the cornmeal, some persons say corned meal turnover. You really don't know. You need to search the name. They have a name thing that you search and you find the origin. Ten wines. Okay. Okay. You have the wonderful years ago. Okay then. Um this is the corned meal. Some person said cornmeal turnover. And we grew up here and turn cornmeal. So whichever the name is, cornmeal turnover or turn cornmeal, it's amount to the same thing, right? So of course I'm using with coconut juice. You don't use coconut juice in these things, you really don't get that flavor. So you really want the coconut juice flavor. You really needed the coconut juice flavor. So we grated the coconut, there the coconut juice, go into the pot. The peas is already cooked. So it's not going to be long for me to be turning the cornmeal. You spice it up, season it up. So my onion is already in there, some salt, and we put all this seasoning to bring the taste up for it to be well palatable. All right. So we added 2 grains of pimento. We added 2 grains of pimento. And it's of 21 seasoning in it. There's no MSG in it. It's just the herbs and spice. And one of my best friend in cooking is the oregano. I just love the oregano. Gives your food what if you're baking a chicken, whatever, it gives it, a nice little taste. So I love oregano. Since you don't really over season this, because of course there goes the all of this that is in there already, and you have to ensure that you have everything in it to bring the taste up. Before you put the cornmeal in it. It's needed just a little bit more salt, not too salty. So there, I am going to use half a pound of cornmeal. Half a pound of cornmeal, and I use about big gill of peas. Half pint. And this meal is nice with steamed fish. Any kind of steamed fish. And of course, I'm going to make it a little spicy. Tip a piece of pepper in it. Yeah. To do turn cornmeal is one tricky little guy. A tricky little way about it. Some persons just throw the cornmeal into the pot. A lot of persons do cornmeal in many different ways. Some just throw the cornmeal in the pot and keep stirring. But guess what? The cornmeal sometimes lumped. And when it lumps, it's not going to melt. It's not going to unlump. So that is one cup. I should just do a cup and a half. Okay. Now what you do to get that lump out, that the cornmeal won't lump when it go in the boiling pot, because the water is hot and you're throwing it on there, it will. How long ago did you, how long ago did I make my channel? 2 years much. 2 years and a little. That's what I think. So what we do, this is half of a pound of cornmeal. Let me put you a little bit down that you will be able to see what is happening here. So what I will do is use just a small amount of water. You lower the flame that when you put it in, so you just use a little water just to damp the cornmeal. That the dry cornmeal will be damped. Most person doing it, they just throw the cornmeal in the pot like that. But when it gets lumpy, it is very hard to, you will be eating it and you'll be having a lump with raw cornmeal. It's not being cooked. So this is one of the trick we do, is add some water to it and then we mix it properly that all the cornmeal can be damp. We say you damp the cornmeal. Or we wet the cornmeal. But wet is different from damp, because wet, it would be too wet. So if it's too wet and you throw it in the pot, you will be having something like a porridge. Alright? So it's done like this. Hopefully you are seeing what I am doing. So I think this is damp, just a small amount more. And of course I love to use my wooden spoon. This one is made from bamboo. This is a bamboo spoon. So it should be looking like this. Not dry, not wet, just damp. So this is the way it should be looking. Okay, so this is how it should look. It's just damp, not wet, 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 wet. LWA, where are you? Have you gone to bed already? Okay, so this is how the damp cornmeal should look. And when you put it in a pot and stir it around, it means that it won't lump. So you won't get a lumpy cornmeal. A lot of persons do cornmeal and it is lumpy. When you break the lump, it is raw cornmeal under there. All right? Good. So now we are adding it to the pot. Until all the water is being absorbed by the cornmeal. So you won't be having a yellow cornmeal this morning, a yellow cornmeal look. You will be so having a reddish cornmeal look because of the peas. So you turn your flame here a little bit up. Now you would have covered it and let it steam on a low flame. And you don't really add water to it. You allow the sweat from the cover of the pot do the job. Because if you add water to it, you're not going to get what you're looking for. So you cover it down with a tight lid. Add a tight lid on. Your flames are lower. And it stayed there and cook. So with the tight lid on, it sweat the water, and the sweat from the lid cook it. So you don't add water to it, even if you saw it looks like, okay, it's look too dry. Don't mind that. Just add the water, just cover it. And with that, you can serve it with steamed fish, fricassee chicken. You can serve it with just about what you want. You can serve it apparently with just vegetables and stuff like that. But when cornmeal is done properly, it's a nice dish. Tasty and nice. So this morning, this is my cornmeal peas. Cornmeal red peas, or red peas cornmeal, turned cornmeal. Red peas turned cornmeal, or cornmeal red peas. What do we call it? Rice and peas. Cornmeal red peas. Turned cornmeal with red peas, or turned cornmeal red peas. Whatever that name is. And to give it a little of whatever, you can cook. Sure, you can come later. Oh, sure. Right? But it is nice. I want to tell you something. First time I am cooking turned cornmeal rice and peas. Sorry. Get me there. Turned cornmeal peas. Turned cornmeal with peas. Red peas turned cornmeal. Oh, good, good, good. Red peas turned cornmeal. Get it. I'm trying to attach the name properly. Red peas turned cornmeal. Or if I was using the bean, it would be bean turned cornmeal. I didn't want to go through the bean this morning, so I said, okay, let me do this way. Gary, Gary. How are you? Welcome to the kitchen. Who in the live? Who on the live? Who is in the kitchen with me? Can tell me this. If you are cooking and your food is a bit salty, say you put too much salt in the pot, what can you use to eliminate the the salty taste? Is there any bright chef on here this morning can tell me that? I hope somebody know. Put it in the comment section, or you can put it in my community then. What there are at least 3 things in your kitchen that if you're cooking and the food is a bit salty, before it is finished cooking or you tasted it and it is a bit salty, what can you use to eliminate the salt? And which of them come to your mind quickly? One more. This is my quiz this morning, the kitchen quiz. And I'm just giving you two. If you are I want to find one that is a bit easy. Okay. I need you to answer me first this one. Gary, if you're cooking and you put too much salt in the pot, normally we used to say, oh, the salt get away in the pot. The salt don't get away. We misjudge the amount of salt that should be in the pot. And if you find your food is too salty before you finish cooking, how can you eliminate the salt? You're cooking for people, or even yourself. So you can't serve a food that is too salty. You have to serve a food with the right amount of salt. Hmm? And if you should be doing that food, when you tasted it, it's too much salt. Now you cannot swim the salt out. What can you do? What is in the kitchen that you can use to you start doing this again? What is in the kitchen that you can use to bring the food you are cooking to the right flavor? There's a lot of things in your kitchen, but I'm expecting one. I'm expecting to hear one that you can use. Nobody on here don't know? I am sure persons on here cook. They are in their kitchen. You need to know these things, little things, man. All right, I'm going to ask you a next one. I'm still looking for the answer of this one. And this is telling me that every time I do a kitchen live, I am going to ask you a question. And it's a question that everybody who cooks in their kitchen should know. Sometimes the food is too salt. Okay, the rice is too salt. And of course, you have to throw it away because it cannot be served. You're cooking the soup and it is too salty. You got to throw it away because it is too salty. You are cooking meat and it's too salty and you got to throw it away because it is too salty. What is in the kitchen that you can use to eliminate the salt and bring it back to the correct taste that you're looking for? Give me the answer, somebody that cooks, somebody that knows. There are about 3 things in your kitchen that you can use, but I am expecting one answer. And one of the answer is that that thing would be so close to your hand that you can use and bring back your food. I never. Ah, Nevaeh. Nivea. Nivea. I hope I'm correct. So I am asking some kitchen questions here for those that cook, both men and women, who do their little cooking. There are times when you're cooking and too much salt, your food is too salty. Before you finish cooking, you would have tasted your pot, tasted the food to know. Okay, Evan, all right. Much easier. Much easier, eh? Good. There are things in your kitchen that you can use to bring back your food to that taste that you wanted, right? When you're cooking, there's so many tips that you should know in your kitchen. A lot of tips you should know. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, girl? Um, Morocco's. Or let me use the N name. The N name look like it's easier. Molinia. Molinia. A big shout out to you. You know I'm talking to you. So if the name don't sound right, it's your own. Okay? Shout out to you, and how are you doing? Welcome, 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 welcome again. Okay? To the kitchen. And this is where we have fun with food. I am asking a question that if you're cooking and okay, then if you're cooking and your pot get too salty, I am not talking after you took the food off and serve it on the plate. I am talking during the time of cooking when you said, let me give this a taste to know that if it needs a little bit more salt, a little toops more pepper, a little, to bring the taste up. What? And when you tasted it, it's a bit too salt. That little cat. What can you use to eliminate the salt and get it right to the right taste? What? Because we are not all perfect with it. Sometimes we are cooking and it's a little bit too salty, a little bit too sweet, a little bit too something. When it needed okay, good. You fell down the stairs? My cat is okay, but I fell down. Oh my goodness. Have you hurt? Okay, you're okay. I hope. Anything don't feel right, call the quack. Okay? Yes. When you're in your kitchen cooking, there are so many things in your kitchen you can use to bring up the taste of your food. Salty is one of them, but sometimes it's too salt. When your pot is too salt, the food is too salt, now you don't serve it yet, it's right there getting down to it before you take it off. What would you use to eliminate some of that salt out of it? You don't know? All right. Somebody cares to answer, but actually you don't know. This is always in the kitchen. Sugar. So sugar is always in the kitchen. You may not have tomato or you may not have Christophine. But this is always readily in the kitchen. You just grab a spoon of it, a teaspoon, depending on the amount of food you're cooking. You just grab a teaspoon of sugar and put it in there. That's the trick. You don't put it that you are going to taste the sugar like you're making some sweet things, you know. And the sugar neutralize the salt. Now if you have Christophine, if you have Christophine or chocha as we call it, you just cut few slices and put it in there, and trust me, you have to attend to it. If not, you may have to add a little bit more salt. This one, pull it all out. So that's two. I plan only to ask one. I get the answer. But I'm going to ask it again and the next time in the kitchen. The next one is if you have green tomato, not the ripe one, the green one, just cut it, just slit it and drop it in there. And then you remove it from it. Taste it. Okay then. So those are tips for the kitchen for all who are on the channel. Why are you doing this today again? Okay. Yes, these are little tips that you should know when you are in your kitchen cooking. Yes, it's in the vein of our family. The young one, the older one, the middle one, everyone loves the kitchen. Yeah. So those are some little tips you use in the kitchen. And then I will be asking, and I'm going to ask this question over again because there are some persons who are not here and some person didn't know or don't know. Did you know? Okay, your rice get burned. Most people rice not getting burned anymore because they use the rice cooker. And the rice cooker said 2 cups of water and that's it. But what if you're cooking your rice on the stove top and you didn't turn your flames down enough and your rice started to get a little burn? What do you use to remove the burnt taste from the rice. You see, cooking is an art. Cooking is a trade. Cooking is, it's like, it's like an artist. You know? There are so many things, and you gotta know with your kitchen. Some person said you're not to eat this, and you're not to eat that, and you're not to eat the next one, and you're not to do the next one. But there are so many little things in the kitchen that help to flavor your pot or remove the flavor. A lot of things, right? So you gotta know them. When you go to culinary classes, you will hear some and you don't hear some. Yeah. You will teach you some and they leave back some. You know, this is how these things goes. Figure it out on yourself. Figure it out for yourself. Figure it out. Figure it out. So you will heard some of it and you said, okay, yeah, but you got to figure it out. One more I'm going to ask. If you're doing your salad, let's say this is your salad bowl. There is something you use in the salad bowl that gives your salad a, a pep taste, a taste that, you know, you'd have to ask, what did you do? Because guess what? The salad sort of absorb, and there's something you use in the bowl. This little girl here, this little girl, you just cut you just use, let's cut a peg or two of the garlic. Are you gonna make some breakfast? Okay then. Yeah, you just cut the garlic and you use it in the bowl. All around in the bowl. And you put in your, whatever your salad is, and mix it up. And it give it a, what did you use? So you know when you put your salad dressing on it and all the rest of it. What did you use? Little tricks. Okay then. Okay, thank you for being here with me. Okay, take your time now. Take your time. So again, thank you very much for touching the like button. Yeah. You can find the earbuds. You put them somewhere there, man. They are not lost. They are not lost at all. So there are some little tricks, tips in the kitchen. I don't say tricks really. So little tips in your kitchen that, you do know. Some you don't, some you may hear it, some you don't, right? But there's many little tips in your kitchen to really, that you should know. I think my cornmeal is about cooked. Should be 20 minutes. And I'm sure it's more than 20 minutes since I put it there. So I'm almost with the cornmeal, red peas, turn cornmeal. Red peas turn cornmeal. A very strong food. Let's go back to the last place you saw it and just think again. They will come right up. Okay, so it is about time for this cornmeal. This cornmeal dish. It's about time for this cornmeal dish to be on the plate. So you won't see a yellow cornmeal, you'll be seeing a That cornmeal is ready. Okay, let me bring you down a little bit to see what's going on down here. Okay, that's whatever meat kind you want to put this red peas turn cornmeal in. So you put it with your fish on the side, and you may only can hit 1 cup. This is your cornmeal, red pea, red peas turned cornmeal. Okay. This is the red peas in it. Yep. So hence the red peas color that drown out the yellowness of the cornmeal. Nevertheless, it is red peas turned cornmeal. With your fish, with your meat, with whatever, or your vegetables. Oh, you're alone there. Okay, where's your mom? Don't rush, don't rush, don't rush. All right? So, this is what your red peas turned cornmeal would look like. And believe you me, it tasted very good. It's nice, light. Yeah, your red peas turned cornmeal. You want to use any other peas, you can do just that. You want to use bean, so you would have a bean, a white bean with the background of a yellow cornmeal. That would be looking good too. But the red peas have changed the yellow in the cornmeal and gives it a, what color would we call this? This is not a burgundy, this is a cream, whatever the color is. But the red peas is in it. Yeah? And you want to use bean, you can use bean. You can use the little small beans. You can use these beans. Trying to know the name of this one. So you would have the yellow against the bean. So you would be having a yellow and white, mellow and bright. Okay, this one is the navy bean. So you can use this kind of bean as well, this small bean. Or you can use the pigeon peas. Yeah, most people use it with the pigeon peas. But believe me, don't forget to put your Derek. Don't forget, don't forget. Cook it with your coconut juice. Yes, Derek, I did red peas turned cornmeal. You like that one? You eat cornmeal? You will have this one. And this is red peas turned cornmeal. With your coconut juice, your onion, your scallion, your thyme, name it. All the seasoning that you would use for rice and peas, yes, you use it. This is good, don't it? This looks good with your red peas turned cornmeal. That looks good and it tastes good. When you want your finger to, so you know you can serve it with what you want to serve it with. Most of the time, this is served with steamed fish. Nice steamed fish. Snapper fish, whatever fish you steam. You just put it on the side and you are good to go. Very good to go. So, welcome to the kitchen, Derek. Oh, welcome to the kitchen. And this is what we have today. I love it. I love it. It's good. My spingle is my tripod is giving me, now it is showing me red. It is it is showing me red, telling me that it needs to charge. I don't know. I don't know this tripod here. Okay. This one is, I don't know if it start aging or what. But by the time you see it's giving red, I don't know why. Maybe it wants to charge. Oh, this is blinking red. Maybe it's want to charge. Maybe I need a new one. It is this handy because when I have it, it rotates with me. You know, even if I'm doing pictures, whatever the object it is, it rotates with it. So maybe I need a new one. $120 for this. So maybe I need a new one. 120, I think. I think it's 100. I think it's 120. I'm not quite sure. So, Derek Pro, it's a pleasure to have you here. I am finished cooking, so I am going to be skipping all over the place. You have got a third crown this morning, Derek. Um, Heaven got the second crown, and you are the top set of persons that tune into this channel this morning. Welcome. It's a pleasure. So each one have a crown beside. As long as the live run, you will be in charge of the crown. As soon as I am finished, the crown is taken and put in safekeeping until tomorrow. Okay? Or tonight. Okay, so thank you very much for being with me. And I gotta close now. Welcome, welcome. For the kitchen, in the kitchen, cooking and having fun. Somebody come back with me with the answer. Well, somebody, I'll ask it tomorrow. I ask the question tomorrow and get the answer. Somebody was listening, they would get the answer. So I'm going to ask the question tomorrow. We are all cooks. We need to know what shortcut we can take in the kitchen and what can be done. Yeah. All right. Anyhow, thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure for being here with me this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And remember, take care of yourself. Love yourself because no one will love you as how you love yourself. So love yourself. Evan, have a good one. take your time and do what you have to do. All right? And for the rest of persons that are on here, for those that have just subscribed, please, sorry, for those that have just subscribed, thank you very much for your subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if it's today your first time here, don't make it be the last time. Please come again. You saw cornmeal turn red peas turn cornmeal today. You will see something else tomorrow. You understand? So keep coming in the kitchen and let us cook together, talk together, and good. So this is your host for the most, and this is I am tuning out from Aquarian Positivity Positive channel. Love, peace, and joy. Thank you very much.